Welcome to the Flat Cap Cafe Racer channel. And today we're going to take a peek into Mr. Bill's maintenance corner and replacing the adjustable rear link on his Tiger 900. I have to remind you that this is for entertainment only. This is not a how-to video. Last time he put a adjustable aluminum on there and the aluminum one broke. So today he's going to be replacing aluminum with some custom ones his son Jay made for him. These are a little bit longer. They're 113 millimeters versus the stock one is 100 millimeters. When you do any modification, almost invariably you're going to have to replace other components. In this case, the kickstand as well as the stock links there you see above. Now the kickstand was replaced with a lower kickstand. However, the lower kickstand had to have 13.5 millimeters added to it because it was tipping too far over, while the stock kickstand was too straight up.
This is Mr. Bill. So the aluminum adjustable dog bones for lowering the rear end didn't work out. When I had set them to the extended length that I wanted, there was only 2 threads left in the center section, and it just wasn't enough to handle the load. Baking the paint, so I got these nice, he made 4, only need 2, so I will have 2 extra. So that 13 extra millimeters under the suspension will lower the seat 39 millimeters, which is about 1.53 inches. These are torqued. It's just 2 12 millimeter bolts and nuts. The nuts are torqued to 80 Newton meters. And you just pop them loose and push this one out, and the dog bone falls away here, which is good. And spin this other nut off. And there's the dog bone. And all I got to do now is push the bolts out and take it off from the other side. Now you can see, you just pull these bolts out on this side, and there it is. Back over here on the left side of the bike, and we'll put these on. There we go. Wiggle the fork a little, the swing arm a little bit to get them on, but that's okay. And we just put the nuts on. Okay. And I get my torque wrench out, and I will torque these to 80 Newton meters. All right, I've got the torque wrench on there, got it set to 80, and I've got it pretty much cranked. Let's see, it should click on this one, on this pull. Yep, there it is. All right, so that one's set on the top bolt now, and we're going to tighten this up and see how this goes. Should be getting pretty close. There we go. All right, we are torqued. I'm going to show you. When I had the black bones, this piece of wood fit under the tire with kicking it under there. So now you can get my hand in there. So we've lifted it up a good bit. It was, you know, that much, it's that much off the ground now, where it was, you know, just the thickness of, little less than the thickness of this board on the ground. So we've lifted it up pretty good. That should lower the seat pretty well. And then I will probably have to change the kickstand, and my Tiger Low kickstand came today, so I'll be putting that on. Okay, so it's nicely lowered, and I'm going to go ahead and change out that kickstand. I've got the Tiger Low kickstand. You can see the nice red dog bones in there now. Everything fits well. And I'm going to swap out the, there you go. I'm going to swap out the kickstand and we'll see how that goes. And on this low kickstand, because I tried the low kickstand from my Tiger Low and it was leaning over pretty far, so I had my son make this at the machine shop so we could it adds about 13.5 millimeters. I told him to make it 15, but this was the piece of material they had, so you know, just dealing with scrap, so that's all good. Pretty simple. There's a pin back here, there's a pin, and there's a clip. Yeah, right there. There's the clip, and so you just take that off with these pliers, and then push the pin out and disconnect the spring there with vice grips, and you know, it's all pretty good. It'll just take a matter of minutes. And you do have to swap over this little black tab thing. That's for what works for the kickstand interlock. So that just comes off of there and then just bolts right on right there. Easy peasy. Tiger Low kickstand is on, and we're going to go ahead and bring it down off the center stand and see whether or not the lean angle is going to be good. The reason I put this extra foot on here is because when I put my Tiger Low on here the first time before the adjustable ones broke, it leaned over really far, so I felt like a little extension was going to be needed, because it's not actually going to be as low as the Tiger Low, but it's going to be a lot lower than it was, and it should be very good for me. Hey, I am very pleased. The lean angle looks really good. I've got good clearance when the kickstand comes down to the ground, and then I lean it over, and I'm not going to have to worry about that falling over in a windstorm, but for being up too straight. So that is really nice, and you can see the little extra foot here on the ground. So yeah, I'm real happy. So this is what I took off: the standard dog bones and the standard Tiger GT kickstand, and you know, I think this is going to really work out well for me. So I'm very happy. And you can see the lean angle on the original Tiger Low, so it's pretty comparable. Might lean over a little bit further because, you know, this isn't exactly the correct part for the correct part, but it's an adequate part. I didn't have to adjust the chain. So that's kind of important to know. A lot of people seem to ask that on YouTube videos. So nope, you don't have to adjust your chain.
Join me and my friends at Flat Cap Cafe Racer for riding and racing. Please subscribe.